to be an update on what's going on. I know I've posted a bunch of videos tonight. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, this has been an incredibly tough day for me. Where are we? Monday, Sunday. God, I'm so lost. Is today Tuesday? Let's see. No, today's Monday. Today's Tuesday now. Monday. Okay, so Sunday. Sunday, I'm thinking. I knew I had a vet appointment Monday for the dog's tooth to be removed because it was broken. It was cracked. I was on the phone with him, and he said it probably happened 6 months ago. He said the gum was starting to grow over the tooth. So Miss Pants had the tooth removed today. Um, no pain pills at all when I took her home. And I talked to somebody online who said she had a dog that had 4 teeth removed and they didn't use any meds when they got home. So I don't know how dogs are able to handle it. Maybe they have a better pain tolerance, or maybe they're in pain and we don't know about it. But I don't want to give her the pain pills. I'm not going to know that she's in pain. I don't want to give her the pain pills. I know it's going to knock her out. Today, she's going to an eye doctor, an official eye doctor, not an optician that dispenses glasses or an optometrist, but a real ophthalmologist. So I wasn't sure. I knew that Saturday, Sunday, all of a sudden it just hit me. I said, this dog's got vision problems. Here I was thinking it was legs and muscles, and I said, she's got vision problems. Can she even see? And when I found out at the vet, when the doctor told me, I said, okay, and she walked out, and I waited around. I was just falling apart, waited around. Luckily, they're having an ophthalmologist that comes in on Tuesdays. And I said, of course, you know I'm going to spend the money no matter how much it is to uh, to have. So, and then they asked me to sign the papers for the appointment, and I just said, hold on, and I walked in the other room and just broke down crying. Just, I lost it. And they said, it's okay, take your time. So, this dog is my world. We kind of play off each other. When I'm sad, like tonight when we came home, she went straight to the doghouse because she's petrified because she can't see. She doesn't know what's going on. And all of the years, she jumped on a chair. But then she couldn't get down. She stared at the floor, and I went, she can't see. And it's a whole new world for both of us. I took her home from the vet, and I picked her up and put her on the porch. And she did not know that she was on the porch, and she kind of banged her jaw. That she just had surgery, and she kind of banged her jaw or her mouth on the porch. And then we got in the door. We got to the doorway, and she's been pulling to the left ever since this happened, which makes me think she's got some partial vision in the left eye, but I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow or today when the ophthalmologist does the exam. So there's something that I didn't know about until last night called SARD. SARD. I can't even remember what it means now. It's not a retinal detachment. It is a. Oh my gosh. It's where it can happen. The dog can go blind in a day. The dog can go blind in a couple days. The dog can take weeks or months, but once they get this, it's some type of, that's the SARD, degenerative. It's a degenerative, they call it autoimmune thing. I guess it's like human autoimmune diseases, and they have it, and then they can't fight it off anymore. And so they've got the vision while they're fighting it off, and then they always saying, stop doing that, stop pulling me. And we got to the corner, And I tried to turn her around, and she wouldn't turn around. And I guess that's when she lost her vision. I had to carry her home. And at the time, it didn't dawn. I didn't know that this was blindness. She probably went for the whole week until I figured it out. So she's in her doghouse now. I finally got her in the doghouse in the bedroom. I posted some shorts of that. And if she stays there the whole night, that will be fine. It's a safety place for now. It's a safe room. She's all by herself. Nobody's going to walk up and down. She's protected, and she feels very safe there. She has the other doghouse in the den. She can get into that doghouse, but she also, there's some rugs over there on the floor, and she hasn't figured out how to deal with a rug, and then she steps a quarter of an inch down onto the floor. And she kind of, people that I've talked to have said their dogs went blind, and their dogs run around the house now. They go for normal walks, and they jump up and down on the sofa and the chair, and you'd have no idea that they are blind because they figure everything out. It just frightens me because if she's on the sofa here, which she's been on many times, she can easily jump down, but there's also a coffee table right next to it. And I know they're supposed to be able to sense all this stuff, but if she doesn't sense it, she's going to slam her head right into a glass table, which I hate and I would love to get rid of, but this is my mom's house and she is living here and I'm here to help her, and I can't just say we're getting rid of the coffee table. She would flip. There's more than enough hate and tension going on in this house right now. She's just very difficult. Very difficult. And I noticed tonight, I'm thinking, I walked in this house crying my eyes out. And you didn't say you'll be okay. You didn't say, I'm sorry. You didn't say. You asked how the dog was. She asked how the dog was. And then I said, can you turn off the TV? Can you turn off the TV for the night so the dog can have quiet? She had surgery today. She had the tooth removed, and she is now blind, that we've confirmed, maybe. I said, do you think you could turn off this TV that's been on for 8 hours, 9 hours, and let the dog have quiet? And she says, okay. Not even 3 minutes later, I hear the TV on. She says, well, the dog seems to like the TV. And I said, how would you know that the dog likes the TV? You like the TV. The dog would love to. Kind of dawned on me, there is no emotion. I guess the emotional part of my mom is kind of gone. That part of the brain is gone, the feeling part. You know, to an extent, she watches the war on TV, and she'll cry when she sees the people that are victimized, but she sees her own son in the room crying hysterically. I came home, I was hysterical on the sofa, crying and crying and holding the doorway and crying and trying to hold the dog or pet the dog and crying. And my mom just looked at me, didn't say a word, nothing. I mean, ice cold, nothing. So, which I've kind of noticed before and mentioned, but not like tonight. I've said, what's the matter with you? Do you not have any feelings? Do you not care about anybody? But nobody uses phone books nowadays. Well, if you use the internet, you don't use a phone book. But she doesn't even, she had a cell phone in her purse. And like last year, she took it out and she says, what is this? And I said, are you kidding me? I said, you know what that is. You've used it before. And she says, no, I don't know what it is. And I said, don't worry about it. Let me just take it out of here. Take it out of the house. So I should disconnect it. It's like $450 a year down the drain. But I don't even know where the phone is. It's in one of the boxes when I packed. So no viewers since I started this 11 minutes ago. That's all right. I don't really care. I don't care who listens to my channel or whose thumbs up, does a thumbs up, or I don't care. Um, so she says, I want you to get me information on getting a cab and getting, so I can get my hair cut. And we go through the same things. I've been living here for almost 3 months. We go through the same stupid arguments every night where I moved here to help you. I am not your maid. Don't say, here's a plate, throw it out. Get me water. I don't mind the water because she can't really get it herself. And usually I put the bottles of water on the table, and then I walk in there at the end of the day and I said, did you drink water? And she'll say yes. And I'll say, no, you didn't. You just lied to me. I put 2 bottles in there yesterday and they're still full. She'll go, oh. So I told her, I said, leave me alone. At nighttime, I don't want to be bothered. I want quiet. I Well, the problem is that she sleeps all day. But she wakes up at about 10 o'clock, goes in the den, watches TV, and sleeps. Eats maybe 400 calories, which is starvation. But I can't leave me alone. So, um, at nighttime, don't bug me. Hey, I got a viewer. You're going to leave in like 10 seconds. So let me just count it down. 10, 9, 8. There you go. Okay. She says, I want you to get me a number so I can call a cab so I can get my hair done. And I said, first off, it's 9 o'clock. Maybe you are starting off your day because you slept on the sofa all day. And you start your day at about 6 or 7 or 8 p.m. I said, I don't care about your hair. I said, I'm dealing with a dog that just had surgery today and had a broken tooth. And I just found out that her life has totally changed, and so is mine, because she's blind. And I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow with an ophthalmologist. I don't care about your hair. I care about taking care of this. After I take care of the dog, then I'll deal with the hair. I'll make the appointment. I always go and make the appointment, and then I drive her there. I do it all, even for her nails. I make the appointments and then I take her there. She does nothing. I wash the dishes, I do the laundry, I wash all her clothes. I used to make all the meals, but now I'm saying, yeah, get off your butt and go in the kitchen and do something. You don't do anything but watch TV. At least get some exercise and walk in the kitchen. Put that 400 calorie TV dinner in the microwave. Do something. Do something during the day. So she says, well, I need to make an appointment. And I said, it's almost like the Me Too movement where no is no. When a woman says no, it's no. It doesn't mean keep put to get your way. I said, I just told you I don't care about the hair and the cab. We'll deal with it another day. And she says, well, I know. I said, I'm dealing with the dog now. Dealing with the dog. That's why I want you to take care of this. Get me the number of the cab. And I said, I told you over and over, no. Why can't you leave me alone at night? Everything you do, I say stop, and you push to get your way, because that's what she's always done. The pushing or the guilt until she gets her way. I said, I don't give a damn about this haircut. Leave me alone. She says, well, you don't understand. I want my hair. I'm like, oh my God. So, I said some things that weren't really nice. And I don't regret any of them. I'm sure she wasn't happy hearing them. But I said, you've done this your whole life. You've done this crap your whole life. Now, so you're pushing to get your hair done. And I don't care about the hair. Dog. I said, do you have any emotion at all? Do you have any feeling? I said, do you realize when I came home and I told you the dog was blind, you told me to close your door so she wouldn't poop on the carpet? I said, who cares about the carpet? The dog can't see and you're worried about the carpet? The dog has an appointment tomorrow and you're worried about getting your hair done? And then I walked over in the hallway. Now, when I moved my stuff here, I haven't unpacked hardly any of it because I was planning on moving out because I don't want to be around her. It's just a pressure cooker nightmare. So I've got some stuff in the bedroom, and I mean the house is being left to me. To me, I'm the only child that she has that has taken care of her for years. I pay the bills, I get the house maintenance done, I make sure she takes her medication, I make sure she has food. Half the time I prepare it, I make sure she gets to the doctor because they listen to me, because I don't make things up, and they know that. So, and she's always saying she wouldn't be alive without me. She says I would be, she jokes around saying I'd be in prison if not for him because I wouldn't pay any of my bills because I don't know how to anymore. So she's always saying, without me, she wouldn't be alive. Without me, she'd be in assisted living or she wouldn't be alive. Yet, even though she's proud to talk about me, she treats me like garbage when she's not telling people how wonderful I am. You don't treat the person like garbage that's doing everything to make your life okay. So the bedroom, all the stuff was stored in there, and I had things blocking the door so the dog couldn't get in. I didn't want her to get in there. I didn't want her to get stuck in between the boxes and all the other garbage I haven't unpacked. That was when she could see, because I didn't think the room was safe. I didn't want her roaming around in there. Well, my mom and her watch and reading books obsession. This is her life. This is all she does because she has nothing to do. She sleeps all day or she reads or she watches TV. So I look at the room when I'm walking down the hallway trying to make sure everything's okay because I was worried about the dog. They say when your dog is blind, you got to make sure there aren't obstacles so they can learn the house. And the hallway's got a bunch of stuff in it that I haven't unpacked yet. Okay, I just looked up and it said the signal was gone. I don't know how much I lost. I don't know. I just looked up and it said the signal was gone. I was just talking about what the hallway ran up the hallway. Full able to see the speed that she was going, not going by senses and feel. She could see. And then suddenly she couldn't. So she moved the dog toys onto the dog bed, and the plastic containers that were blocking the door, she moved those. I don't know how she did it, because she had to put the walker aside, which is stupid, because she could fall and break her neck. But she felt getting into that room was more important, because there are books in there. There's a bookshelf in there, and she just spends all night long reading these stupid books. And that's all she does. She reads and watches TV. She reads and reads and reads. And I told her, I said, when you're gone, I'm taking all these books and throwing them out. I can't stand seeing these things. I said, this is all you do. It's disgusting. There's more to life than burying your face in a book for the whole night, night after night after night. So my side's killing me. That's why I'm a little fidgety here. Yeah, my health is probably just completely fallen apart. The sides on the ribs and the chest and the belt. The chest is. I don't think I'm getting an ulcer from this, but my body is definitely not happy. So I said, where are the containers? And she said, I moved them. I had to get in there. And I said, what do you need to get in there for? For my books. And I said, who cares about those books? I said, that door was blocked so the dog couldn't get in. I said, that was to protect the dog, and you moved it. And she says, well, I was going to. I said, do you know how many times a day you say that I talk containers? I said, I blocked the door so the dog can't get in there. And she said, how am I supposed to get my books? Your books. You don't need to go in there. The dog is more important than your stupid books. I don't want this dog to get hurt. And she doesn't know it yet, but she had 3 cases of water. I do everything for her. I buy everything for her. And she won't drink water out of the tap now, even though the city water is very good. So I buy bottled water for her, and she takes the tap off and squirts it into a little mug little 4 ounce sips water all day. And I said, that's really good. You should be drinking like 2 or 3 bottles of that stuff. And you drink a teacup of water all day. I said, you're dehydrating yourself. So all that water is in the hallway. I have to find a place for it. I don't know where I'm going to put it because there's the closet that it would normally go in. I now put my stuff in there. I've only put stuff in one closet, and that was the closet where the water was. And the other closet, I moved all of my toilet paper and paper. So dog is not gonna. There's a dog house and 3 dog beds in here and a bunch of blankets. So I'm gonna fix this place up so that she can function. Um, as I said, I would love to throw this coffee table out so the dog could just jump on the sofa. But I want to make this as safe as possible. So there's a lot going on now. I'm dealing with my mom, and if she continues at the everybody says is your mom ever gonna die? And I'm like, yeah, it's incredible. When I called the paramedics months ago, um, because she was flipping out, and the turns out the doctor said she was probably flipping out because she's older and she's scared that she's not going to be around anymore, and it was a bad allergy season, and so she was probably not getting enough air in. And you don't get oxygen in, you panic and think that you're going to die. And so paramedics came over, checked her out, and said, "Yeah, you should." They said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Just take her to the hospital." I said, "The insurance will cover it. Take her to the hospital, let her get checked out." And she walked out of the house on her own and walked down the driveway. And they said, "At your age, we can't believe that you were walking down this driveway without a walker." She was holding their hands, but they couldn't believe that she walked into the ambulance and left. So, yeah, she's pretty tough, pretty strong, but she's just fallen apart the last 6 months. Doesn't exercise, doesn't walk, stays on the sofa, doesn't move. Absolutely doesn't move. So the muscles are falling apart and the breathing is getting worse. So every night, I don't hear it now because I told the doc she needed better breathing stuff, and what they gave her works. Amazing. Every time I tell the doc what I think she needs, they give her something and which she wants to fight. But I don't hear her coughing or choking at all right now, which I normally do. So yeah, I probably had a good suggestion having her see the doc. Um, but the breathing's falling apart and she doesn't care. I say, you've been choking for like half an hour. Don't you think you should get up and maybe use an inhaler or the nebulizer? Oh, yes, but I want to watch the rest of the show. And I says, the TV is so important to you. Who cares about your health? You're right. Just get yourself sicker, but make sure you watch the TV show. So you can see there's a little bit of anger and bitterness on my side because I'm just tired of all the crap. I'm completely over it. Um, and she's going to do what she wants to do. I honestly did not think she was going to make it to the end of the year, but now we're only like 3 weeks away from that. So I think she's going to make it. I don't know. I don't think she's going to live much longer because her health is, she doesn't take care of her health and she doesn't even care. She just doesn't care anymore. I don't think she wants to be here. I think she's had it with life. I think she's lived long enough and she just says, I'm done. There's nothing more. I don't want to sit on this sofa and watch TV and sleep all day. So, um, I was expecting that when she passed, which would be either whenever in the next few years, I moved in to take care of her, and she wanted me to be here. She says we have a long hallway. The dog loves to run up and down the hallway, so this will be perfect for her to live in here. Mom wanted her to be here, and I wanted her to be here, and now the dog is blind. So this is what's going on in my life right now. I don't know what time it is. We have a dog vet ophthalmology appointment tomorrow so they can tell me, is she definitely blind? Is she partially blind? Does she see shadows? Does she see light? Does she see dark? That's it. It's, she's got that SARD thing I told you about. She will never get her vision back. So, for me, paying for that appointment is very much worth it because I need to know what's going on with her. But whatever's happening, I'm not going to let her walk down the porch. She's petrified to walk down that porch. She pulls, she turns away. She can't see without holding onto the rail. It's a steep step. So, what's going to happen when it rains? How am I going to get her down the steps carrying her? And when we get in the rain, how's she going to handle this whole thing? Everybody tells me, don't worry, she will acclimate to this very soon. And I won't even, people are saying I won't even know that she's blind because they've got dogs and all their dogs have been able to adjust to this. And I'll close the video by saying I saw something online that said of all the dogs that they had, that I know surveys mean nothing, but it said 75% of the dogs who whose dogs lost their vision said that the dog's quality of life was excellent a few weeks after that happened, and they were able to figure out how to maneuver around. So I have a smart dog. I have no doubt she's going to figure it out. She's going to be able to move in the house. And, but even though she's smart, she's going to be able to figure it out. I want her to see, and I want her to be in my face. She did lick my forehead today. Or last night, I was crying my eyes out. Yeah, she licked my forehead. I was holding her because I knew she couldn't see, and she was licking my forehead because she knew I was crying. So, yeah, my life took a major change in this last week, and I'm not happy about it.